Okay, so let's continue C3X6, the student class. We're going to add any number of quizzes we feel like and then get an average. Remember, the precondition for getAvg is you have to have at least one quiz, otherwise you're dividing by 0. So how are you going to write addQuiz and how are you going to write getAvg? Let's go back to the class. All right, so here are your naughty bits. Here's your constructor. And here's your accessors so far. Okay? Now the idea is I want to mutate my total and my count every time I add a quiz so that I can do a getAvg without much trouble. So let's do a mutator. Public or not for addQuiz? Public, because it's used in the main class. It's used in another class. Void or not? Does it return anything? No, so it's void. All right, we called it addQuiz. Now is there a parameter list? Yeah, because look at your tester. All right, I'm putting in the quiz grades in there as percents. Okay, now look, these all look like ints, but do they have to be? I guess they don't have to be. Let's see, go back into here. By the way, be careful, look at your naughty bits. Do you remember why we made my total a double? Even though we're entering ints like 90? Why is that an issue? Right, because when you divide my total by my count, what if they're both ints? Right? What's 90 over 100 then? That would be, actually would be 0, right? If you divide the integer 90 by the integer 100, you're going to get, how many times does 100 fit in 90 as an integer? And that would be 0 times. So we made this a double on purpose, so we might as well add quizzes that are doubles too. Here we go. Double. I don't know, the score. Okay, so what are you going to do with the score? What are you going to do with the score? Why do we need that information? What are we going to mutate? What naughty bits are you mutating? Total, right? My total and my count. Okay, so what are you going to do with my total? My total equals my total plus the score. Okay. Yeah, that's what happens when you type fast, you end up typing slow. Yeah, about that, don't take a typing class. It doesn't help. So, my total equals my total plus the score, but there's something else missing. What are you going to do with it? Okay, my count equals my count plus 1. Perfect. That way when you divide, it's not going to be 0 anymore. That's good, right? Now, is there a shorthand for this? Did I have to write it that way? You could do plus equals instead. Why not? Is there a shorthand for this? Well, you could do plus equals 1, or, Arthur said, I heard it. You could do just the plus plus. So why don't we just do that? That's an option. It's the same thing. This means my total equals my total plus the score. This means my count equals my count plus 1. You could write it that way if you want to. So let's go back to the tester. And what is the average of 90, 80, and 100?
90.
It would be 90, wouldn't it?
Yes.
But we should be able to get any double result that we want. So shell out. And there's everything. So let's Java see it. Whoops, there was an error. What did I do? Oh, we never did getAvg. We forgot getAvg. We did add count, but we never wrote the accessor getAvg. Whoops, sorry. All right, so public or not for getAvg? Public. Void or not? Not. It returns what type of number is that? A double. Because we're dividing my total, which is a double, by my count, which is an int. That'll give you a double. So public double getAvg. We forgot to write that. Now, did I do all caps here? I didn't. Okay, so I have to write it the same way here. It's like this. Okay. And it's an accessor with no input parameters, so there you go. And what do you do here? Well, that would presuppose I have a naughty bit for my average. I don't need one. Nope. My total divided by my count, right. Why isn't it capitalizing? Total divided by my count. That's it. Since I already have the naughty bits, my total and my count, whenever I need an average, I'm just going to divide it out. I don't need another naughty bit for that. You want to do that? You could, I guess. But then this wouldn't be an accessor. This would be a hybrid method. It would change my average, so that's mutating, and it would return stuff, so that's accessing. It's doing both. That's weird. Chris, you got to come in on time, man. And you owe me stuff. Oh, God. Okay, let's save that. So go shell out, and let's clear this mess. Let's Java C it, and let's Java it. And we got a total of 270, a count of 3, and an average of 90. What is it? A total of 270, 80 plus 90 plus 100. Yeah, that's 270 divided by 3 is 90. Right, perfect. Okay, there it is. So we have the naughty bits. We have the constructor. The order here really doesn't matter, but I'm organizing it this way on purpose. Here are all the accessors. And that's the only mutator in this class. 90. Well, the total is 270, the count is 3, and the average is 90. And of course, you could change up the data. You know it works. You know it works. So now, what if it's some weird numbers? You would never do this, would you? Let's say that's what you got, right? Well, I don't feel like doing that in my head and I have a program that I know works, so I'm just going to use it. Save it, and shell out, Java C it, because I'm using literal input. I got to Java C it, and now I get a 69.33333. 69 and a third. Some teachers would round that up to a 70. Some nice teachers, maybe, if that's your quarter grade, I don't know. Would I round that up to a 70? I don't know, maybe. Well, I used to do that, but now with this new gradebook thing, it prints out the grade, the average. So I don't know if I can change it. If I get that on my gradebook, 69.3, I don't know if I can supersede it. Yeah, but that's a mess. I don't want to do that. Okay, guess what? We're up to 8 minutes, so I'm done.